Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Music Lab podcast. My name is Dog, and I'm so excited to be back with all of you for another episode of the podcast. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, our social media pages. That helps us and helps the bands and artists that we feature. Also, check out our sponsor. RAR Outfitters. That's RAWR. Outfitters.com. Don't just wear, RAR. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we are in Austin, Texas for South by Southwest. It is day 4, and it's our day 4 recap for all of you. This is my 8th year at South by Southwest. And so far, ladies and gentlemen, it has been amazing, like always. And as we are going to show you in what we did today, day 4, Thursday, technically, at South by. So we started our day off as I think I've gone every year. So the 8th time we've gone to the Bloody Mary morning, and that is Austin City Limits Radio. They sponsor it. They do it at the GSDM building or courtyard, whatever you want to call it. It's always in the morning, obviously. And we got there about 11 a.m. to see David Ramirez. And then at 12 o'clock, well, it actually became like 12:30, Larkin Poe, which was a real surprise. They absolutely killed it, as they always do. We've seen them before live. So Bloody Mary morning, always a giant success. Free tacos, free Bloody Marys, free beer. So you can't go wrong with that. And then we headed to the Australia House, which they always do great showcases. This was at the Creek and Cave this year. And we got to see our friends Joan and the Giants for their afternoon gig, which was amazing. Got to talk to them after the show. And they are just so good. And then we got to see Cap Carter. It was just him and a guitarist keyboardist. And he is from Toronto. Hip hop artist, but also singer songwriter. Just fantastic. Was really looking forward to seeing him. So he definitely did not disappoint. Then we headed over to the Planetary Group, their showcase, their AM or their daytime showcase. Mr. Adam Lewis, in charge of the Planetary Group, is a great guy. Got to hang out with him again. And we got to see Betty Taylor and Dutch Interior. Betty Taylor, Australian band, all girls, 4-piece, and absolutely killed it. They are destined for greatness. And then Dutch Interior, definitely like an interesting sound. And from what we listened to on the recorded stuff to how it translated live, was also interesting. So definitely a good show by the Planetary Group at Valhalla this year, which I think it's been there the past couple of years. Then we went back to the Australia House to see, again, an Australian band, Cold Wave. Punk, rock, in your face kind of music, but they also have a trumpet player. So it's a really nice wall of sound and an interesting like add-on to a genre of music that you typically don't see brass with, let's just say. So then after Cold Wave, we went to the White Horse for a day party. Got some free tacos from Bomb Tacos, and they were fantastic. And that gave us a little break before we got to see our friends Glom at the Chess Club, which is one of our favorite venues. We saw the Silver Lines there last year. Glom, just again, shoegaze, rock and roll, 90s rock. But they kill it every time. That's now the 3rd time we've seen them live. So thanks to Sean and the band for always kicking butt. And then we went to Reams Falafel, which is literally a outdoor spot next to the highway, I-35. So it was right during rush hour. So all this traffic going by, free beer, free micheladas, and our friends Austin's own, the Swift Drag. They got a late start as well, just I guess from sound issues and whatever. So we didn't get to see their full set, but they always just straight out just rock and roll, just kind of like Cold Wave, but without the brass. Just 90s rock, alternative rock. But yeah, awesome. The Swift Drag. And then we had a little bit of a break because we tried to get into the Driscoll to see Leela Ford, but that was not happening. So we got to see at the Sandjack Saloon, which I have not been there before, or if I have been, it's been a while. It's on East 6th Street, right in downtown. We got to see Silver Creek Revival, Americana folk from upstate Michigan. And they did an awesome cover of Houndmouth as well, which we had just seen the week before, Saturday night. So they were awesome, very lovely to talk to, and it sounds like we're going to get them on the podcast as well. And then we closed out the night with a 3-band showcase at the iconic Continental Club on South Congress, where we kicked it off with Jason Scott and the High Heat, Blue Cactus, which is again kind of like a folk Americana band from, I think they said North Carolina, maybe Raleigh, even if I can remember correctly. Singer-songwriter. There was a mostly female singer, but also a gentleman that sang, and then they had another female vocalist that would sing harmony on some songs. So they were very good. I had not really listened to them up until seeing them live, so they were definitely a pleasant surprise. And then we ended the night, as we did last year at the Continental, with Hooks and the Huckleberries, our friends. They played a 1 a.m. set, just crushed it. Mostly songs off the new album, definitely some not some B-sides, but songs, off their previous albums. And then an interesting cover by Elton John, which Adam and the boys definitely killed. So that was our Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. We started at 8:30 in the morning and we ended, I think we got to bed about 2:30 on Thursday. So that was definitely a day and a day to remember. 13 bands in all that we saw Thursday, as is what we do here at South by. So, ladies and gentlemen, check out all of those bands on our socials. And in our details of this episode, I will list the bands that we did feature so you can check them out. Also, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, our social media pages. That helps us. That helps the bands that we feature. Also, check out our sponsor, RAR Outfitters. That's RAWR, outfitters.com. Don't just wear RAR. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, sayonara from South by. As always, I've been Dogg. You've been great. This is the Music Lab Podcast.